All right, guys, we got one thing we're going to squeeze in here before we get to Abdullah Mason. After a reminder that today's episode of the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show is brought to you by Buckeye State Credit Union. If you're unfamiliar with who they are, let me introduce you to the financial friend you didn't know you needed until right now. Buckeye State Credit Union is a local brand that offers a wide range of products from savings accounts to mortgages and auto loans. They have some of the lowest rates around and are committed to serving Northeast Ohio. The Cleveland location is in Shaker Heights, but there are 5 brick-and-mortar stores across the state. Basically, Buckeye State Credit Union is here to help make your life easier. They make banking more convenient, always putting the customer first, so you leave feeling cared for, valued, and respected. At Buckeye State Credit Union, their core values are what set them apart. Connect, simplify, and adapt. These values make Buckeye State Credit Union the right choice for you. Head to BuckeyeCU.com for more information. Buckeye State Credit Union, your money simplified. Speaking of money, Tyvis, over the weekend, we had the first college football holdout and major fallout involving Tennessee quarterback Nico Iamaleava. I believe I pronounced that incorrectly, but it is close enough. If you are unfamiliar with the situation.
How was it a holdout, though?
Because he skipped spring practice, he skipped the spring game, and then Tennessee said, thank you for your 2 years here. We are not going to pay your NIL money, and we are going to move on. I'll fill you in on what happened, and then Tyvis, as someone who works in college football and with collectives like you do, I'm curious your perspective on this.
Used to.
But you have experience in that
I got fired.
But if anyone's unfamiliar,
unfairly,
Nico was a 5-star quarterback coming out of high school. He was the second-rated high school quarterback prospect in his class. He signed an $8 million NIL deal with the University of Tennessee. It was going to be paid over a 4-year span. He was set to make $2.5 million this upcoming season, his 3rd season. Mind you, he redshirted as a freshman his first year on campus. Still got paid $2 million to redshirt and not play. According to reports around the college football playoff when it started, his family and his agent started shopping him around, saying they wanted more money. Oregon coach Dan Lanning then called Tennessee coach Josh Heupel and said, hey, your starting quarterback is shopping himself around. Then it came to spring ball. He participated in some of spring practices and was looking for more money, a raise over the $2.5 million he was owed in his 3rd season. Tennessee would not be willing to change their price upon the agreed contract they had signed and eventually made the decision to not pay him any additional money. Nico has now left the program and will enter the spring transfer portal. He cannot transfer to an SEC school. But Tyvis,
why can't he transfer to SEC?
Because they're in school.
They're in school already.
They're in classes.
You can't go SEC to SEC, or you can't go Big Ten to Big Ten if you transfer in season. And this is the spring semester, so it's in season.
So if he waited till the summer,
the next portal don't open until after the season.
Yes.
Oh.
So he had to wait.
Who made that rule?
It's the dumbest rule.
That could be fought in court,
too. It's the dumbest rule that every coach hates. They want to get rid of the December one and keep the one now.
All right. Well, so he's going to go to the Big Ten probably.
Well, they
potentially. But Thomas, what do you make of the situation with someone who was being set to be paid $2.5 million, wanting more money, then leading to a holdout, and then leading to his dismissal? How do you parse this out as a college football savant?
So when I seen this, I said I understand both sides. I understand Nico's side and I understand Tennessee's side. Both of them are right in what they're doing. So right now, as you know, NIL is completely broken. And this is the best time to be an athlete in college football, in college sports at all, because there's no guardrails for it. So people, when it first started, you seen all these wild NIL deals. Even still now, you see these wild NIL deals because people don't know. Now, what's going to happen is there's going to be a such thing as donor fatigue, and donors aren't getting the ROI, the return on their investment. So if I'm paying Nico $8 million, but yet we ain't winning no championships, he ain't no Heisman or none of that stuff, what the heck is the point of me paying this guy $8 million? So what's going to happen is that number is then going to start shrinking to about $2 million, and the kids that come after this won't get the big numbers. So for Nico at the moment right now, while everything is chaotic and crazy, I think he's still going to go to the NFL. He's not like he's this unbelievable prospect when he gets there and all those things. He's a good college football player. But for right now, while everything is crazy, I'm not mad at any athlete for trying to get more money. You try to get as much money as you possibly can. If they're going to cut you a check, you better do it. Now, where I fought you at is from what I've been recently hearing as of today, is that you only really got 2 suitors that you could potentially go to right now. And out of all these teams, the only 2 teams that's really talking to you is UCLA and Tulane. Now, where I'm mad at you at is that how you gonna get into the portal and not have this type of information? If you're gonna get in the portal and make this type of decision, you better already have the deal already done. Like, so if I'm leaving Tennessee and I should already know exactly where I'm transferring to. Don't be in the situation to where now you're looking at, okay, I left Tennessee to go to weak UCLA. Like that.
If he's that good a quarterback, why are more teams not interested? Why is Ohio State?
They have quarterback.
Yes.
If he's better than their quarterback, why wouldn't they want him?
Well, it's a case where maybe now listen. I've seen his name on draft boards and stuff like that. Like, he's part of one of those guys that they talk about. It's a better class next year.
Yeah. The kid is 6'4". He's a mobile guy.
Is he better than Ohio State's quarterback?
They not. No, Ohio State's not taking him.
Why?
They're not.
Well, look. If you're gonna leave somewhere, you got to know what your chips are.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to know.
And if you get lost in the sauce, like you got to live with your own decisions. Like you should. That's why you should. It's consequences for everything that you do. So your consequence now is that right now, the top 2 teams that you're thinking about going to is UCLA and Tulane.
I'm waiting.
Is our guy Sean King recruiting him to Tulane?
According to 247, he is crystal balled to UNC and Bill Belichick for whatever that's worth.
Man.
Here's what I would say. These guys need to just stop the charade. I've said it forever. I said, listen, these guys should just be representatives of the university. If part of your deal with that university is we're going to give you 5 years to get a degree, and it's still free, but you're going to defer that. You're going to play, and we're going to treat you as a professional. Mm-hmm. We will give you a salary. We will negotiate contracts. We will do all these things. And then when you are finished, after you've done playing football, because playing football and school don't go hand in hand. They don't. It's a conflict of interest. It don't really work.
You talking about school?
Period, yes.
We ain't come here to play school?
Yeah, you didn't come to play school. So give them their money. Treat them as athletes and professionals.
Well, you see a lot.
And to defer their scholarship to later.
A lot of people, I'm not a huge fan of universities sign a multi-year deal NIL. Like you should, like with Ohio State when I was doing it, it was a 1-year deal,
right?
And you will renew it and renegotiate after the year because it saves you from this.
It saves both
because
parties.
it's like, okay, if the kid gets here and he's better, all right, we don't mind paying him. Next year you can renegotiate.
Right.
The player will be happy. We can come to a number. But if the player doesn't reach that potential, I'm not about to continue to keep paying him that type of money. Now, and then on top of that, the transfer portal is a part of it now. Like, do your 1 year, once the year is over, if you don't like the school and you don't like the money you're getting, all right, you can hit the transfer portal and it is what it is.
And I know none of us are in this group, but I know there's a group of fans that are all pissed off that players, are just trying to go for the most money or whatever.
They should be.
But absolutely,
if the person was in it, they would do the same thing.
And the coaches a coach can sign a 10-year extension and then leave the next year for another school.
Well, here's what I'm gonna say, man. Listen, whoever mad at this, you need to shut up. I'm gonna keep it real, man. People on Twitter, people got a problem. People like this is wild.
I wouldn't tell them to shut up. I would tell them to be quiet
because they don't got a problem with nothing else that's happening in the world except he getting money. That's it. Think about this.
Yeah.
People be up in arms, passing out. Oh my gosh. I don't see the same thing with the tennis player. See, all the people that's getting money is tennis players and golfers and amateurs and people playing video games. You worry about this?
They get as much
it's crazy,
as the
especially when the coaches do the same thing and nobody cares.
Coach leaves. Listen, coaches be leaving before the game, before the bowl game. But that don't count, though.
Right.
Who's the basketball coach, McNuggets, that was going to a different school but still coached in the tournament?
The Maryland coach who's now at Villanova.
No, it wasn't him. He told his players.
Will Wade told the guys,
Yeah.
hey,
By the way,
I'm leaving.
The school, did Gottlieb get fired after that? What a disaster.
No, I don't think so.
Was he the worst? Were they the worst team in college basketball?
I'm not sure. But last thing on this.
Yeah.
The class that Nico was in, of the top 10 quarterbacks in that class, 7 have since transferred.
Arch Manning the only one that has one?
We got to stop being
Arch
surprised.
Manning
This
and
is just
Avery-
the way the
and Avery
game
Johnson.
is now.
But and the reason
Lincoln Klein holds.
Keen holds. Stop that.
Holds.
Put some respect on it.
We
Go
Those are the
Bucks.
3 top 10 that haven't transferred. The other ones have all
Is
transferred.
Avery Johnson at Kansas?
Kansas State, yeah, he's the one that they paid.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
we are here because, and we blame it on all the rich bastards that got they money pockets lined up. NCAA, y'all been getting money hand over fist for free, with free labor.
Oh, yeah.
This is the reason.
Plus, they took advantage of the tariffs to raise their profiles.
When we grew up, you couldn't have a sandwich on your visit.
Wait a minute.
They couldn't give you a sandwich.
we got to guess. We got to guess. We gotta bring